he was replying in Dutch to you.
We are at Gym Holzken today in Eindhoven, where Alicia Holzken is training for the next fight. She's going to fight in Denmark. We're here with her father Paul, Alicia herself, and Sven Rasmussen from Q Pro Boxing. Can you guys tell me about the coming fight? Where is it happening and why?
The fight where Alicia is fighting is the 4th of July in Åbenrå in the south of Denmark. Actually, it's in a big tent. It's like an old party where people are riding on horses. And there we have made an agreement that we are boxing our very first Questa fight night with Q Pro Boxing as promoters. And Alicia is boxing her double world championship fight in GBU and WIBF.
Yes.
And Alicia, are you looking forward to the fight? What's going to happen?
Yes, I'm always looking forward to the fight, and yeah, I really like to go to Denmark again because I really like the people in Denmark. Like I said before, they're very warm people and they always cheer for me, so that makes me happy.
Well, you're trained by your father, Paul. We're at his gym at the moment. I hear you guys have really big plans. There's going to be a bigger gym, and it's going to be in cooperation with Q Pro Boxing. Can you tell me a little bit more about it, Sven?
Yeah, you see, it's not about the professional boxing. It's about the amateur boxing. Because to build the talents, you can't build them from a pro. You need to go back to basic where the amateurs are. So what we want to do, we are actually in cooperation with Holzken Gym. We are renaming it to Q Pro Boxing Gym Holzken. And we will invest some kind of money into it to build it bigger and to let Paul be a kind of agent for Q Pro Boxing in Holland, where we then also want to establish some more events, pro boxing events, with Alicia as main at the moment. Hopefully there will be more who have interest in boxing for Q Pro Boxing events. And then we will go back with some of the money we actually make through Alicia here in Holland. We want to put some of that money back to the amateur boxing in Holland.
So they're really big plans. I understand you guys are going to do some events from next year on, some pro box events as well here in Holland, under the supervision of Q Pro Boxing. Can you tell something more about that, those plans? Is Alicia heading those, or are there other boxes coming in?
It's when Alicia made the contract with us, she was actually quite clever. She wanted to have at least one event in Holland every year. And we have settled in Denmark. We are quite new. We are only promoters. I'm only a promoter for 2 months. But we have these kind of big dreams and doing it 100% right from the start. So we already had some people contacting Q Pro Boxing here from Holland. So we were thinking about, we have everything settled in Denmark, building it big in Holland as well, and we will have at least 3 to 5 fights a year events in Holland, hopefully with a lot of more Dutch boxers.
Well, Alicia, you're heading the operation a little bit, because you're really known already in the Nordics. In the Netherlands, we know you as a kickboxer. You're really successful as a kickboxer. Now you're heading over to the boxing. You're a professional. Do you feel there's a difference between fighting in the Nordics and here in the Netherlands as a boxer? Is there a difference?
Yes, there's a difference because in the Nordics they really embrace boxing. In Holland, it's more football people and soccer people. They like to see that kind of sports and swimming, so it's not a really big sport in Holland. In the Nordics, it's more like that, and eventually for women. So, yes, that's what I see there.
Well, you're fighting for 2 titles coming in a few months.
Yes.
You already defeated some big names in the Nordics. How do you prepare for the fight? Is that only here in the Netherlands, or you go to Denmark as well?
Yes, I prepare in the Netherlands, but next weekend I go to a training camp in Denmark, and then my promoter Sven will also be there. So we're gonna look what we're gonna do in all preparation. But I think we have the right team to build a good thing. So I believe in it.
Well, it's needless to say that you are going to win, of course.
Yes.
Going to make us Dutch proud. Eh?
Yes.
That's not an option. It's not an option.
Well, if you look at your father, he's your trainer. He's real known as well. What do you learn from him? What does he teach you in the ring?
A lot. My whole boxing career, I trained with my dad. So when I was like from 8 years old, I started boxing with him. And yes, I always had him as my coach. But it's also some other people try to get me in their team or something. But it's not. It's when you train with your dad, it's like a big fight sometimes. But he sure as hell pushed me to the most far I can go. You know what I mean? So that's.
So he's the motor behind you. Huh?
Yes.
What we can say.
Yes.
Well, if you look now at the cooperation with Q-Pro Boxing, you made a really fast step into the professional boxing. It was really a success from the start. If you look now to young girls that want to do the boxing, what kind of advice do you have for them? Because you started as a kickboxer.
Yes, I started as a kickboxer when I was like 8 or something. And then I just did my kickboxing for fun. And after that, I just got asked for the national team boxing because I want to, go for boxing to be better in my kickboxing. So, and then they kind of, asked me to be in the national team of the Netherlands for boxing. So there, I started my amateur career. There, I did, I think, like 90 or 95 amateur fights. And after that, we had a little discussions with the Dutch Federation. So then I said, you know what, we quit with the amateur boxing and we will see. I always dreamed of a pro contract. I prayed for it. But the problem is, in Holland, there's no one who can offer you a good contract for pro boxing. So that's why I was really happy when Sven came around, because it was like an angel on the right time. You know what I mean? We wanted that and we needed that, and he was there, and we were happy with each other. So it's really nice. Yes.
Well, if you look now to your career in the Nordics, I'm sure you're going to be a big name in the Netherlands as well, because if you're going to start to promote here, you're going to be there fighting as well. So the Dutch people are going to see who you are as well. Sven, if you're looking now to the progress you're making, you're starting a new gym in cooperation with Holzken, you're going to do some promotion here, you're going to do some events. Let's say I'm a boxer, can I join Q-Pro Boxing? Let's say I want to be in your federation or in your group, how do I do that?
It's actually very easy and very simple. Contact Holzken Gym. He will take the first progress. He will take the first talk with you, and we want to have good boxers like Alicia. Many people, you see, it's difficult to explain sometimes, because boxers have a dream like Alicia. Alicia is really a good boxer, so it was very easy to find an agreement. We had already some people contacting us through third party. I don't like that. It should be a direct contact. Contact Paul. He's speaking the language a little bit better Dutch than I do. I promise that. And he will have the first view about how you are boxing. You will box in his gym 2 times a week, and then we will take it from there. And that will very soon be in the new gym, what is organized. And I think that will be the second phase, and then we will raise it once more, where we will continue building bigger. Paul is our Q-Pro Boxing manager, can we call him, here in the Netherlands. And if you want to join, we would be very happy to work together with you.
Okay, well, I asked it because I can imagine there are a lot of young boxers. Alicia told us you have to do with the Dutch Boxing Federation. It's on the amateur side, they're really strict. If you look to the guys that want to go pro boxing, it seems easy to join you guys. Is there some addition they have to do, or they have to call Paul and say, okay, I want to do some tryout with you? Is there a selection phase that they have to go through, or are you saying, no, we take everybody in, or is there some standard that you are asking from the fighters?
No, there are no standards, because you can't build, it's a personal thing. We're family. It's not about Kyoto boxing, it's not about the business, it's about finding the right people. We need to fit together, and we are fitting together, us three. We have fun, we know what we want, we know where we want to go. You have to do something. You need to 100% believe in that you can go the whole way, because if you don't believe in it, we can't believe in it. And we could feel immediately, not from Paul, because it's not interesting with Paul, but with Alicia, that you showed us from the start, that's where I want to go there. If you feel the same way, you see, it's coming to the gym, have some sparring. If it gets serious, I will come down to Holland. We will take a look at it, and we will find good solutions. It's not just about to join, because then we will have a boxing staff of 50 people from here, and that's not necessary. If there are 50 people who can be world champion, we are happy about that as well. But I think we should start with some training at the gym, some showing of will, because that is the point. If you really, really want that, you show that this is what you want, then we want to do it with you.
Well, you told me already that you are looking really good after the fighters, even after their career, because you have some sort of program running that the fighter is fighting, they're going to get paid, you have some kind of savings account that you're making for them. So there's going to be a good future for the fighters, even after the boxing. That's quite unique, because the bigger organizations already have that, but because you guys are starting out, it's really smart thought of what you're doing. If I look at that, how must I see a fighter being coming in from the start to the end? Are you offering him that program from the start, or are you saying, no, we're going to fight first, see what you're worth, then we get the sponsors in, and that money we invest in you, and that money is going to be your pension? Is that how it works? Or?
No. We are making, actually, Alicia is the only one who chose a different contract from all others, because there are two options. We will talk about with the boxers about that when we are coming to it. But basically, every single boxer has the same contract with us. The amounts can, of course, be a little bit less or a little bit higher. The saving amount is exactly the same for every boxer. Every fight they are boxing, they are getting a certain amount. If they are winning, we are doubling it. We are keeping that money. We are working with that money, so there are coming interest on it. When the contract is over, we are paying out between 2,000 and 3,000 euro a month until the money is used. So that, not especially for Alicia, because she's 22 already. Sounds a little bit old, but you know, a boxing career, if we say 30, 32, 34, then it starts still and slowly going to the end. Some are boxing very long time after that, also very good, but in average, I think that's where it is. If we see Oliver Müllenberg, Oliver Sareen, and Jakob Porsgaard, what we have in, they are young guys. Oliver Müllenberg stopped his school because of being a pro boxer. I do not want to have on my side that he signed with me, stopped his schooling. When he stops boxing with 28 or 30 years, he shall continue his schooling, and we are preparing the money for it so he can take his education after the boxing. And that's what I mean with family. That is what is important for us. I want, as I want with my children, that they are coming back to me afterwards. When she stops boxing in 15 years, that she still has the interest to come back to me and say, can you help me, Sven? I have a problem. Because then we did it right.
Okay, that sounds really good. You signed a lot of boxers lately, because our mailbox is being spammed with all the signings you guys did. So the growth potential is really high. If you look at the future, where are you guys standing from now and 5 years? What's the goal?
I need to take care about what I'm saying. You see, I'm flying high. If you fly high, it's a long way to fall. So we at Kyoto Boxing, we have put a team together of Thomas Müllenberg, the father of Oliver, who is also a promoter. Rashid Idrissi, who will be our matchmaking and sports manager. We have Kasper Holgersen, who is our event manager. And we have actually also, we are very close to have an agreement with Miguel Kessler and Thomas Macon. Thomas Macon, who is a kind of dietist, clinical man who is making a lot of tests with our boxers. Thomas Macon was the guy who made Miguel Kessler to 4 times world champion. So we are very close to making the agreements with them on a 5-year contract next week. I want to be the biggest in boxing in the world. But why not be it in Europe? I know it's a long way.
Or the best.
I never aim for be number 2. Let me say it that way. I never aim for be number 2.
Well, that's a high ambition, of course, and it's always good because the people who are under your wings are going to benefit from that as well. Because if they see your guys are going well and they are really looked after really well, they will do more. If they see, okay, the promoter is working for me, I will work for him. Alicia, one last question for you. The girl you're fighting, what does she have to be prepared for? Do you have a message?
Not really. I'm just train hard, do everything I can, keep on working my hardest, and we will see.
So you're going to come back to Holland with the win?
Yes. I don't go there for the lose.
Well, guys, thank you very much for the interview. It's really clear. Is there something one of you wants to add?
Actually, yes, because we have a lot of people calling in at the moment, both to Paul and to me, about sponsoring Alicia. And we are of course very happy about that. And I know why they are calling now, because in a little bit more than 5 weeks she will be a world champion. So they want to make the contracts within. So should there be one out there who says, I am the person who needs to be on contract with the sponsorship of Alicia, please join in now so that we can settle something up, because we want to have good money for her. She is good, and we are handling the sponsor rates for Alicia as well. That's in our promoter contract, that we take that part. They should focus on boxing. We should focus on the business. So should there be one who, it could be some clothes, it could be some shampoo, who knows? Maybe. You never know, and we are ready.
Yes.
Well, Klim, thank you guys for the interview, and we will see what happens. Good luck, Alicia, and let's hope you're going to win.
Thank you very much for coming here and for taking the time to interview us.
No problem.